talk.
Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Last minute decisions to do one tonight, Late Night Lilywhite. Had nothing to do. I was meant to do one yesterday, but I was exhausted yesterday and felt like shit. So decided to just have a day off. Tomorrow I have my procedure for my wisdom tooth extraction. So I thought, you know what? Let's come and chill and have a chat and just talk all things Spurs if we have to, or just stuff in general. So I hope all you guys are good. I hope you're all well. Sorry, I'm boiling hot in this pyjama set. I am the captain, as you can see today. How is everybody doing? I hope they're all good. I hope you're all good and well. Like I said, I've got no idea how long this stream will be tonight. I'm not having a coffee, because I want to make sure I get a good night's sleep before my procedure tomorrow. So it's just going to be a chilled, relaxed one. I did, like I said, last minute. All I'm drinking now, I've got some nice fruit-flavoured water. So what should we chat about, people? The show is over to you guys. There's four people in at the moment. I'm sure we'll get some more people very shortly. Excuse me. How is everyone doing? Sorry, let me just get this bloody top on the water. As people see, I've had a nice shave today. Decided, well, I had to, because they might need to open up my cheek if they need to fill the hole left in my sinus tomorrow. So I thought I'd shave for them and make it easier. But let's see who we got at the moment. Brandon, big up to you, buddy. Hope all is good and well. Daniel, my man, how we doing? Yep, exactly. Well, I said the one part I got wrong is I thought that the Lange excuse video would come out on Thursday. It came out on Wednesday. They went a day earlier than I thought, buddy. But I hope you are good and well, geezer. I haven't listened to the video. I refuse to listen to it. As I say with Ben and Simeon, I think you could play all of us YouTubers that go on and do our review of the January window. I think you could play the same video from 5 years ago for every January window, and it would still be the same. Nothing has changed. I think, Daniel, Van der Ven stays another year. I think Van der Ven stays. I think Romero's gone. And from what I have seen, only because I saw the headline on We Are Tottenham TV's release of the embargo, is Teddy. Where the hell did I get Teddy from? Frank saying that he doesn't know if Romero will be here next season. I think it's fairly obvious he won't be. But earlier on, he said the club have dealt with this internally, but we don't know if we've disciplined him. Well, you dealt with it in-house after his first statement and shot on the board in January. Well, he's done it in February. He's not learning, is he? And you know what? I hope he doesn't learn. I hope it becomes a monthly outburst from Cuti Romero, because someone's got to speak up and call this out whatever is going on. Don Coloni, which is Mr. Joshua, I hope you're good, brother. I hope you're good and well. Teddy, that's why I said Teddy. That's why I said Teddy a minute ago, because Teddy's in here. How are you, buddy? I am, mate. I am ready for the Super Bowl. I love the NFL, buddy. I love it. And when I was back home, I tried to keep up with it. I tried to watch as many games as I could. But obviously, the time difference was a lot later. But I am very much looking forward to the Super Bowl. I want the Seattle Seahawks to win so badly. I have a very dear and wonderful friend from Seattle Spurs. His name is John. And obviously he is in Seattle, and I'm wanting Seattle to do it big time. Plus, my wife hates the Patriots. So I've been kind of that way inclined as well. So I am looking forward to it. I hope it's as good as last year's Super Bowl because Philadelphia just smashed the crap out of Kansas, didn't they? But this year, or this season, there have been so many, like the Bears and everything. It's been a great NFL season, but I have missed most of it, and my Saints were atrocious. Atrocious. Daniel, you're right. Like I said, I've been quote retweeting the guy, can't remember his name on Twitter, that said the new chant should be Romero's right, the board is shite. Well, you can now add a second line and say Fabio's right, the board is shite. Let's hope more people come out and say this. Mate, we can talk about how disappointed they are, or we can talk, like I said, the last show we did, we were talking about phobias. We're talking about Spurs fans and how they can get tickets if they're part of an international fan club. All host of things. This show, Brandon, I know I've seen you in here before. I'm sure you'll be a lot more as the show develops. This show goes anywhere and anything. It's basically, I put the titles in like that, but literally we go wherever you guys in the chat take it. That's the beauty of this show. Where are we? Lange, but guys, transfers are really hard. Exactly. And the greatest line, and we all knew it was coming. In the summer, we're going to be very productive, or a big summer is coming. And whatever bullshit line you can think of to basically say the next window is the window that's going to be the big one. It's just a sad state of affairs. Curly, big up, brother. Hope you're good, my man. I hope you're good and well. Lange is a disgrace. Vilify. Do you know what? It's literally... I know The Apprentice was filmed in America with the president, and I know obviously in England it's with Alan Sugar. But when they go, you're fired, literally you get fired because you were the worst. As soon as they hear that at Tottenham, they're like, oh, we as a director of football that's just lost their job. Let's go get them and not pay any attention to why they were sacked, mainly for being crap at their job. But they're available. Let's do it. It is... How he's still in a job. That video that he did yesterday to release about the transfer window should have been his resignation. Yes, I screwed up, and for this will be my last transfer window because I'm out of here. But no, he'll get the summer. He'll get the summer. Even though he's shit at his job, because it's what we do. It's what we do. Damn right, fuck the Patriots. Well, as you know, Curly, my wife is a Jets fan. My wife is a Jets fan, and she hates the Patriots so much, but she's annoyed that your former quarterback has gone on to do great or have a great season with the Seahawks. But like I said to her, darling, this is what happens in football all the time. You can say, why was he shit at the Jets? Well, maybe at the Seahawks, he's got better players around him, better coaches around him. It's more suited for him. Yeah, but why is he so... So I've had to deal with that a lot. So she's upset that obviously your quarterback has gone on to do great things, whilst the Jets are the Jets. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Mate, do you know, honestly, this guy, honestly, Lange is just what we're... And I've started reacting to a few things from Tweet State. Yes, Frank is at fault for a lot of things. Yes, Frank is the easy one to blame. Yes, Frank hasn't been what I thought he'd be. But the amount of fans that are going... And I understand it. This is not me defending Frank, but I'm kind of going to take my foot off the gas with all the Frank talk. I will talk about Frank during games, his decisions, his play, whatever. But we're a fan base that want change at the board level. But yet, as a fan base, and I mean the match day going fans, they want to target all of Frank. It's like Frank goes, well done, he goes. Next manager comes in. And then when that starts going down, rather than blaming the board again, we'll blame that manager. So I think that's why I'm going to be of course, I'm still going to say that Frank's disappointed me. Of course, Frank's still upset me, and I don't understand half the things he's saying or doing. But he's not the main culprit. He's not the main culprit at all. Exactly. The New York Jets failed Sam. That's what I say about Stoddard, mate. Cody, I'm going to use that. I'm going to say that to my wife tomorrow. How did she land on supporting the Jets? It's quite simple. Unfortunately, I need to call him this because he is father-in-law, who is an absolute fucking wanker. We've been married now. What? We will be celebrating our 12th wedding anniversary this year in June. I saw him on my wedding day. That's it. That's the last contact. He gets he's a vile human being. I'll leave it at that. But the reason she supports the Jets is he supports the Giants. Let's put it that way, Teddy. That's how she supports the Jets. People will know, or people may not know, I'm a New Orleans Saints fan, unfortunately. But I set myself up for this because when I moved here in 2017, when I was a youngster, a massive San Francisco 49er fan. And for one person and one person only, who till the day I die will say is the best player and the guy I loved American football for, Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice was the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be in wide receivers for me. But when I moved over here, that was when I was much younger. And before I won't wear anything red. I hate red because of the filth. So when I moved here, I realised I can't support the 49ers anymore because they wear red. So I said to myself, it was the year that Philadelphia won the Super Bowl 2017, obviously the Super Bowl for that year, 2018. And there's a team let's get this right. For a reason, I'm not going to go into the reason, some people know it. Carolina has become basically, for football teams, Carolina has become my filth, become my Arsenal. I can't stand any sports team from Carolina for personal reasons. So I said, and Carolina were in the playoffs, I said, whoever knocks Carolina out of the playoffs, that is a team I'll support. And that was Drew Brees' New Orleans Saints. And since Drew Brees has gone, we've been utterly horrific. But our time will come. Big up, sir. Dewey, AJ Aussie Spurs. Big up to you, buddy. Listen, people know I wouldn't like Ange back. I think Ange, what he did for us, fantastic. Every person or player apart from Judas that has won a medal for Spurs deserves to be called, or in my eyes will always be a legend because they've achieved something. Poch, I don't even really want back as manager. I don't mind if he comes back. I'll be happy if he comes back for what he did, what he's done, and hopefully we'll see if he can get it over the line. I want Nagelsmann, but I wouldn't want Ange as director of football. I wouldn't want Ange again anywhere near this football club. I just wouldn't. But that's personal preference. You could feel that if we AJ, if we were to bring a director of football back, if Spurs are going to say, do you know what, we've made a mistake here, Poch, we need to bring him back, then they need to eat 2 pieces of humble pie and say, right, Poch, you're back, and guess what, Paul Mitchell, we're putting the band back together. You two work hand in hand. Paul Mitchell, you're going to have authority of getting players through the door, like the Manes and everyone that you couldn't. I think you bring back Poch, you have to bring back Mitchell. I really, really do. But that's my opinion. But AJ, if you think Andrew as director of football, that is totally your shout, your call. I personally wouldn't want that, but I can understand why people would. Nippin is in the house. Big up, Nippin. I hope you're good, brother. I hope you're well. Here we go. What does she like the Jets? Does she like the Jets? So it gives her an out. Listen, she's not the. I've taken her to football matches. Sorry, that's a lot. I took her to one Spurs match, which was in the last season of the Lane. It was a 4-0 win against Bournemouth. And not only that, because of my friendship I have with Danny Rose's dad, Nigel, I sat in his box. So not only did she go to a Spurs game, she sat in a box, saw a 4-0 win. And the thing she took away from it the most was, and I said to her before the game, Jack Wiltshire is playing for Bournemouth. He's going to get a lot of abuse because he's Arsenal. He went down injured, shockingly, and that was his last game of the season. But every time he touched the ball, boo, you know what we get. She's like, oh my God, they're so rude. They're so... I was like, darling, this is nothing. She's come to the Scotland Yard a few times. She won't truly get into it. She'll watch the World Cup this year because obviously Canada, blah, blah, blah. I've tried. But it is what it is. It is what it is. The weather in Toronto, mate, do you know what? Okay, Gary, big up to you, buddy. So I'm sure you were hearing this, or I mentioned it on Late Night Lilywhite on, what day did we go? Sunday? Monday? Whatever day we went. I got an email the day of flying saying that there's been issues with the weather, and you can change your, exactly what you said, free schedule. Take it, mate. I will say, check when you go into, if you are Air Canada, when you go to check in right now or whatever you're doing, go check the seating chart and see how full that plane is. Because I was thinking of extending it. I was getting told that the weather was, put it this way, I had it with -24 that I was landing last Thursday. You're meant to be you're saying my flight from Toronto to Dublin today. So today for you is Friday. Let's have a look. Weather-wise. Tomorrow, we are expecting, oh, mate, -2 and then -19 in the evening. Let's have a look. Is it saying snow or anything? Let's have a look for Friday. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. But it's saying you're delayed. Well, put it this way, I took off half an hour late and I arrived an hour and a half early. The weather is nowhere near the conditions that when I flew in last week. Entirely up to you what you decide to do, obviously. But if you have got your plane looking half empty or more, like I did, don't change it, mate. You'll make up the time. Plus, if there's not a full flight, obviously the less weight for luggage and everything will mean you're moving quicker. So, mate, I would say the weather is nothing like I flew back in. And like I said, I took off half an hour late and arrived an hour and a half early. So if you do take the flight, Gary, I wish you a very, very safe flight and journey home, and welcome back to the best side of the pond. And I'll be at the Scotland Yard for Newcastle if you can make it. I did, mate, today. I can see you've got your detective hat on. Mate, it does make me look a lot younger, doesn't it? It really, I don't like it, though. I don't like it. Brian, big up, buddy. Big up, buddy. Mate, I only a few people get that headline. One of my bosses who I worked with Booking.com before the company or the office shut down because of COVID. I used to call her name was Lamia, the best manager I've ever worked under in my life. If she called me right now and said, "Hey, I've got a job in some remote country in the world, I want you to come and join me," I would have a serious discussion with Alana going, right, we're moving here. She honestly was the greatest manager, and she gets that title from me. I also call her the 9th wonder of the world. She's incredible. But yeah, mate, you got to love that. It's a great saying. Praise on him. Patoa, do you know what? I am with you, or I was with you on that. I still think Frank can be a good manager. I honestly do. I honestly do. But has he disappointed me? Yes. Has he been the exact opposite of what I thought we'd see? Yes. Has he really disappointed me with what he has said in the media after matches? Forget beforehand, blah, blah, blah. I just, that's what's lost me the most. What he says after matches. And it just keeps happening with Spurs managers that won't get backed. That will not get back. People forget, we're talking about Poch. Poch almost lost his job if a Harry Kane deflected free kick hadn't got in against Villa. We shall have to see, but I don't think he's going to be here next season. I really don't. I just hope for him he gets another job and goes back to being able to do what he's doing at things like Brentford, where there isn't all this expectation that Spurs have. And I think he will be a success. Brentford were a lot lesser of a football club, with no disrespect. He built it up within 7 years. He had total say of what's going around that place, and he's coming to a madhouse. So I agree with you with a lot of what you just said there, Bassar. Issue Michael as oh my God. Well, obviously, remember I was in England for all of that shit, and obviously they've broken bread. Broken bread? Is that the right terminology? They've buried the hatchet. That is right. But yeah, I would imagine there is still a lot of animosity towards him. Yeah, but Nipen, listen, like I said, I understand that. He did win us a trophy. And that's why I said he will go down as a legend in my eyes. There's no getting away from that. It doesn't mean because he's done it, he deserves to be manager or everything. Like I said, right now, everything is about, Ange wouldn't have done this, Ange wouldn't have done that, Ange Ball. People going about Ange Ball within our fan base like he was the first manager to play attacking football. I can guarantee you he wasn't. I can guarantee you we've seen attacking football beforehand and we'll see attacking before. He won us a trophy and he, like I said, he will go down to the day I die as a very special man and as a legend that did something that people like Conte and Jose, who win everywhere, didn't do. But I will not go to the extent that many people are going to. And like I said, it's people's opinions. He has won us a trophy. He also got us 22 league defeats in a season. And people go injuries. Fair play. But is what it is. But it's done and dusted. So we move on. Where are we? Who's there? SBO, how are you doing? Don't know about what is Squidward? I've got no idea what Squidward is, but there we go. Eric, big up to you, buddy. Mate, who do I want as director of football? If Poch comes back, Paul Mitchell. But you know what, Eric? I'll see what people think about this. What I'm getting fed up with football, I don't just mean this for Spurs, I mean in general. I think when a new manager comes in, they should be able to pick the director of football that they want to work alongside. Why should a manager come in and have a certain way of playing football and go, right, this is the kind of football I play, this is the kind of football or transfers I want, but then have a director of football that thinks the exact opposite of them or that's been there a bit long and goes, no, this is what we do at Tottenham. I think when a manager of a football club comes in, they bring their backroom staff, i.e. the assistant manager, coaches, the statisticians, the data analytics, the scouting. I think the manager should be able to have the ultimate say on who the director of football is. So if it was Poch, I would bring in Paul Mitchell. I'd be delighted if we get that duo back. But I want to see us get some footballing. We've seen Edwin van der Sar and Mark Overmars do it abroad. I mentioned it last week. Not saying that it should be him immediately, but my love for Jan Vertonghen. There's a man that knows this football club. There's a man that knows talent. There's a man that will have a reputation. So I would love a former player to come back in some capacity after they've got their coaching badges or whatever is needed. But I do believe a director of football should be appointed by the manager. Next one. I have so many Woolwich fans in my mention so unbearable that they don't know how to be happy. Listen, the filth class of their own. I was Agent. He's the only manager that left Yeah, look, like I said, Ange's 10 games was incredible. I'd never seen anything like it in my life. The rest of it, there's so many arguments for and against. But you know what it is? But I'm so sick of this discussion. Not you and having this. I mean, doing what I do and sitting in front of this camera or being on other channels. I've never seen anything like it in my life with any football club that are just, no matter what happens, they want to bring this conversation up. It's like, just let it go. It's not, this isn't fantasy land where it's just going to all click and he's coming back and everything's forgiven. But people feel this way, so each to their own. If Canada ever play, mate, I'm very lucky with this. I've always said to Alana, and I am going to be very, very. If England ever play Canada in football, come on, New England. If England ever play Canada in ice hockey, oh Canada, I can be very biased and pick and choose and say where I have the greatest probability. So I will look, England first. England first when it comes to football, regardless. Big up Southeast Coys. Mate, it's today or it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow at what I've got to be at the dentist place tomorrow at 1 p.m, which is 6 p.m. UK time, Friday, or whatever time around the world where you are. Yeah, it's going. I will know more tomorrow. I'm going to be in a bit discomfort for the weekend. I normally do what's it called? A Late Night Lilywhite, day of a match day. Spoiler alert, there really may not be one on Saturday, depending on how I'm feeling. I might be morphined up to the hill, and who knows? That could be gold. So who knows? But I will let you know more tomorrow. But thank you for thinking of me, brother. Big up, Russell Geezer. I hope you're good and well. Bryce is in the building. Oh dear, mate, we'd gone 27 minutes without even having to mention my massive phobia about not what's in your pants, about the actual animal itself. So thank you for bringing them up. Hit the likes for. Oh man, and also, anyone believe in this £1 billion block? Isn't it funny how Daniel Levy's shares might be being bought? Has anyone not noticed a pattern that there's takeover talks or something to do with shares being bought out after a horrific window? They'll get mentioned for 2, 3, 4 days to try and deflect away from the crap window, and then poof, they'll be gone and no one will speak a thing about it again. Frank's negative rhetoric. Look, listen, I said at the beginning, Russell, as well, I don't know, there's I'm, as much as I think Frank needs to go, as much as I think we're not seeing what I thought I'd see from him, it does not matter. Let me do this in The Rock. It doesn't matter. Because it doesn't matter what manager comes in. They're all going to have big problems because this board won't back them. They'll make all the noise, then go hiding when shit goes down. Then they'll come up when there's nothing. They'll come back up for air when there's nothing they can do financially to change the thing and go, oh, yeah, well, we tried and blah, 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 blah. But don't worry, next season, next summer, next window. Yes, he is being negative, but he has been hung out to dry once again. Just put another tally, a slash on the tally chart of coaching teams that are let down by this uninspiring, pathologically lying board that are still at this football club. Do you think Amanda Staveley's come back in with a bid to buy Spurs after the back? Joe, we're talking about Amanda Staveley today. Joe, if she's behind anything and she comes into this football club, I've got no problem with Amanda Staveley coming into this football club. None whatsoever. Sorry, let me just take a swig of my. She did very well at Newcastle. If you watch the documentary, and yes, it can be edited any way it's liked. So so it can look better. What she tries to do for the football club, what she did to help or try to support Eddie Howe in getting Anthony Gordon, who was his number one want. Not a cheap alternative, not the potential to be an Anthony Gordon. I want Anthony. She did everything possible. I would have no issues if she comes back and she's involved in the club. Absolutely no issues. Though behind it, yes, it is definitely a snake-free space. Am I pissed, or is our fearless host blurry? Am I blurry? Am I blurry? Let's see if people will say. Let's see what people say about that. I genuinely believe that once we had a manager that finally has 3 summer windows, first time since Poch, will be back to being consistent. Don't think Frank's the guy. I would love. Yeah, listen, South East guys. I think Poch. We're looking at Poch was the only one that deserved a checkbook to say, "Go, what do you need? Look what you've done. You didn't get it. If he comes back in, will he get it? We shall wait and see. If he does come back and then the board do what they've done all the time, does he turn on them instantly and start calling it out? I just don't see what's going on. And I can't see. Do you know what? The days of Spurs having a manager for 5 years, I think are done for. I think until we get new owners, this is going to be a seasonal thing unless Poch comes in and literally sets the world alight again. Yeah, mate, do you know what? I think Crystal Palace with Glasgow going could be a very good shout where he could end up. He could be reunited with Brennan Johnson. I think he could do very, very well at Crystal Palace. It's not a bad shout at all, Bryson. There you go. There you go. I wouldn't have had a goddamn clue. I wouldn't have had a clue. Let's carry on. I'm honestly at the point where I'll say, yeah, Dele Alli, Spurs have done it today, and then I realised it was because of Manchester United for the connections. They so can't read the room. They brought out a few shorts today showing Dele scoring a goal against Manchester United, going Dele in his or whatever. Then they showed Berbatov's best goals, or a few of them in YouTube shorts. I'm like, I can see the Manchester United link. But you do realise what you are doing is showing elite players that this football club has got or had and left without winning anything because either A, Berbatov was too good and you bent over for the money, or Dele Alli, who was obviously going through what we know he was going through, but after Dembele left Tottenham, didn't bother going out and getting a replacement or spending money. We just dropped Dele Alli deeper. I said, right, you're going to change your game completely because we're not bringing a player in to do that job. So I wouldn't take him back. I just wouldn't. But the first 2 years, what a player. What a player. No. Never, ever. Joyce, how are we doing? Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed. I do appreciate it. Listen, I've wasted so long in England trying to get this done and messed around with the NHS. But like I said, I got to see my nephews and my niece for 4 months uninterrupted, which I will never be able to get on a regular basis currently. So that was always a big plus. But yeah, can't wait to finally have this done tomorrow, over and done with. And let's see, after I had my nose, it was my tooth. So let's just hope after my tooth it doesn't find somewhere to keep going down. But I'm very much looking forward to having it done tomorrow. And I'm delighted that they said they're knocking me out for it. Not going to be like a local and injections in the mouth and take it out whilst I'm awake. Because they might have to open up my cheek. They might have to... Yeah, no, thank you. So I'm going to be out for the count. So finally gets done. Bryce again, brother. Just I don't see why anyone except the Lewis family would be interested. Yep, mate. The Lewis family, exactly, mate. We have a saying in England. I don't know if it works worldwide, where it says today's newspaper and today's news is tomorrow's fish and chip papers. When they used to do the wrapping up on everything, it's such bollocks. We've seen this play before. You watch in a few days all this talk about takeover or his shares being bought will just go and won't be spoken about again. And they'll be like, oh, wait a minute, we were talking about that. And then people are like, oh, I remember. It came because of a shit window they fabricated, bringing out share talks again, just to deflect from what's going on. And we go from there. Oh, my God, look, it's back. You've changed it. How can you go from baby cakes, you just don't know, no, with the great picture you had, and you've now put Saka there? Baby cakes, you need to go back to your original picture that you had and remove that bastard from your picture. But I hope you are good and well, darling. I hope you are good and well. It's good to see some of the people that were originals coming back, because this show is going to be getting back to regular. Do I still have the We Are Tottenham tick? Mate, of course I do. The tattoo was not... I can't even take it... Wait a minute, let me see. Because I can't take it... I'm not going to take one off, for God's sake. I would take it off. Yes, I've still got it here. I've still got it there. And I've got the Tottenham Tour one of that. They're permanent tattoos, Jake. They are permanent tattoos. They're going nowhere. They are going absolutely nowhere. We've just had our first super chat coming. I want to say, it's from a dear friend, a dear and wonderful friend who sends super chats to every single channel that he sees on. A great supporter, my man, Mr. Michael Hellman. As much as I want to fight this view, I understand why Enoch is not giving Frank any signings. The Prem campaign and Cups are done. The Champions League is fun for fans, and we dream. Mate, do you know what? You do raise a very, very good point, but also it's a very, very easy thing for Enoch to say, isn't it? I do think any other manager or any other team, especially when relegation was looking, they would be like, right, okay, we're dipping into the loan market. We need to go and bring up the numbers. I can understand not bringing in big money signings like 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, blah, blah, blah. They certainly could have got some loans in, couldn't they, Michael? Especially with players looking to confirm or cement their places in their National World Cup team. I think they really, really could have done a bit more. But I do completely understand where you're coming from. Completely do understand where you are coming from, buddy. And thank you for the super chat, my man. I hope you and the family are good and well. But you are right with a lot of what you've just said here. A lot. Totally agree, right? It sucks to see, to be honest, we as a fan base have been awful to Frank and the team. We just got done winning a trophy. We need to understand our club needs time, but we've given this board 25 years, but we've given them 25 years. 2 trophies have been delivered. So at least it's not the one anymore. We have got the second over the line. But we just don't stick to a plan as a fan base, as a club. And unfortunately, we are run by a club where they won't come out. They only come out when things are good. And we'll speak now and tell some bullshit. We'll disappear when it matters most and leave it for the managers to deal with. And then after the window is done, we'll come out with our annual or 6 monthly video to say how we fell short in a window, why it wasn't. I mean, they even went on. I cannot believe, thinking it's Frank that said it. I can't, and it's what really pisses me off. Not about Frank, but Tottenham managers have to say this to cover the owners at the top. They go on and say in January, Frank said, say in January, only 33 Premier League transfers were made. Well, what do you fucking do? Why do I care? Why does it matter how many signings the league made? We are Tottenham Hotspur. We have the biggest amount of PSR or FFP allowance we can spend without even touching the sides. We have such a huge advantage that we were told we need this advantage in FFP originally to be able to outspend the other teams. hence the staging, blah blah blah. Then PSR, we need to be above, so we keep having our amount that we can spend without breaching FFP and PSR, and we're making the gap bigger and bigger and bigger, that we can spend more and more and more. We don't spend it. Villa brought players in, they are within touching distance of FFP and PSR, but they're like, well, we may even take the hit financially, like the fine or whatever it does, because we'll bring in players to help the manager. We'll bring in players to help the squad. We keep hearing, I don't care how many players other teams sign in the Premier League. The top four only need to spend, or the people competing for the top four may need one or two players because they have invested heavily and brought the right team up and let the manager build a team. What have we done? Well, for the second season in a row, we go to January in a really poor state in the league. Injury ravaged, and do we replace it? No, we sign players. We sign a guy from Hearts that's going into the under-21 team. But it doesn't matter because only 33. So if other teams made as a whole, is it the Spurs running a show where it's like, we'll wait for 3 or 4 teams to make a signing to strengthen their team, and then it's fair that Spurs are allowed to sign a player so we can strengthen ours? It pisses me right off that we use this as Spurs, like, yeah, well, the other team really didn't spend. Well, the other teams don't need to. And other teams can't go into the market as aggressively as we can, but we'll use it as an excuse because all the other teams didn't sign anyone. That should mean we shouldn't. It blows my goddamn mind. Baby Cakes has got to. She's got to change her name, Eric. She's got to change her goddamn name back. Holy guacamole, Brian! You're drinking Voss, mate. That's not Voss water, mate. Look, I will show you without kind of. This is President. People that live in Canada will know. This is President Choice's sparkling water or fruit flavored water, because I hate drinking plain water. I will always have like a fruit flavored. This is President Choice. How can I describe this to people in Australia like you, Bryce? Let's put it this way. Asda or Tesco, Walmart, they all have their own range. This is like one of our supermarkets' own range. I wish this was Voss, mate. I wish this was Voss. It definitely ain't Voss, brother. Ash got sacked. Levy left, won a trophy. We still haven't fully recovered from all this madness, mate. It's unreal. Yeah, look. Levy's left, and now people are going, oh, maybe Levy wasn't the problem. Yes, he fucking well was. Go look at the amount of players we lost from his antics. The only difference that would have happened if Daniel Levy was still here is, I would say there would be over a 90% chance Frank would have gone. That's it. That's the only difference. Recruitment has been shit for years. That was with Levy or without Levy. The only difference Levy would have made was he probably would have sacked Frank by now. That's it, in my opinion. Big up, Russell, buddy. See you soon, man. I hope you're good and well. We are good. Baby Cakes. I can't believe you called Sack. I can't do this. You've got to change your name back, honey. You've got to. I'm good. I hope you are. Big up to you. It's your son's. You've got a son who's a gooner. The plot thickens here, Baby Cakes. Anyone that is now tuning in that doesn't know Baby Cakes, who now see me calling Saka Baby Cakes, is going to think, what the hell is Brian doing? Baby Cakes was one of the biggest regulars on Late Night Lilywhite of all time. I hope to see you back on your account real goddamn soon. Oh my God, look who's here. Look who's here. Mashing and Joe, big up to you, brother. We speak a lot via DM. Sorry we haven't been in touch recently. A lot's been going on. And I'm annoyed with Twitter. They've got rid of voice notes on DMs, which has really fucked my life up because people will know me and my Me and my love for voice notes. Yeah, no, I was on Savage. Of course, for you, it would have been last night. I quickly popped on. I got up this morning, was doing a few bits and pieces, and I heard Savage was on. I haven't been on Savage channel for ages, so I thought I'd quickly pop on. Enjoyed it. Got to see James and Levynomics for a bit. So it was all good. I hope you're good and well, buddy. We'll speak very, very soon via Diaz, but I hope you and the family are well, buddy. We've got Brian. We got a saying here: the only bird gets the worm. Oh, gee. Okay, Bryce. This is one of the most sarcastic guys that you ever see. A wonderful human being in Bryce. I hope you're good, brother. I hope you're good. Yeah, I mean, baby cakes. I don't know. This you've got to be having words with your son. How can you support that lot? But just to have you here is more than worth it. I hope to see you back on the Baby Cakes account very, very soon. What's Mr. Joshua saying? Do you know what? With the newscasters, you don't know what I am wearing, but I can confirm this is a pajama set. I do have the trousers on. If anyone's just turned over and seen this and just seems that I have got trousers on, this is where we go with Late Night Lilywhite. No idea of where this show will take us or go. Joyce, never worrying for things being covered, mate. It's what we do. But did you see the Spurs women video on their transfer window? Looked like a competent managing director with a coherent. I hadn't, and Joe, I haven't watched it. Joyce, I'm going through a bit at the moment, and for the first time in a very, very long time, I do not watch any official Tottenham content whatsoever. Not one bit. I won't listen to Frank's press conferences. I won't watch that Lange video. I've stopped everything, and basically I will watch on the day of the match. I'll be very, very active and consume as much as I can. Day after, and then I do not care. I see a load of notifications come up. I get a bit more active on my Twitter page to react to certain things that come out. Excuse me, but I just can't listen to anything the club says. I've got to the point now, and I've said this for a while. The only person I think or I trust to tell the truth at Tottenham Hotspur right now, Joyce, is Paul Coit when he reads out the team selection, because he has to tell the truth. Everyone else at the football club is a pathological liar, apart from Romero, who is speaking the truth. So I haven't watched it, and I don't plan to. Nothing to do with it's the women's team or anything. I can't watch Spurs content at the moment. I just refuse to. I'm not going to get so wound up over it. Michael is back in the building. Yeah, Michael, I was going to give him 2 windows, buddy. I was going to give him 2 windows. By halfway through the first week, I just can't. And now that they've come out with the next summer we go big, I already know the line. But for anyone that is prepared to do it and stick their neck out and say, do you know what? Live by the sword, die by the sword. Michael, you're one of the fans on all channels that always speak how it is. You support so many of the channels with memberships, with super chats. When you speak, I listen. And we speak privately anyway, via WhatsApp when we can. So your dedication and passion for the club, I totally respect. And if that's what you're going to do, fair play to you. The last video was, yeah, mate, listen, we've got Vinay who will put a statement out a game too late, which should have been before the Sunderland game. The West Ham game. We should have been out for the Sunderland game to say, right, it's January, this is what we're going to do. He's still missing, isn't he? He hasn't come out and done any video or done anything whatsoever. But he needs to go. Lange needs to. I just hope, should whoever comes in the summer, the first thing the manager does is go, bye-bye, Lange. There's not you're working alongside anyone. Piss off. Piss off. You watch. He will not get another big football club in this country for damn sure. And then Villa celebrated when he left. That's all you need to know, really, isn't it? Gary, big up. I'm convinced Spurs finishing the top half that Frank will be given another stab. I think the board will recognise the injuries and real build issues and be happy with the Champions League progression. Oh, mate, do you know what? I think Frank would have got another chance if we qualify for Europe. Then he might have been given another chance. But I think the only way... Excuse me. I haven't had a coffee last night. I don't know how long today I'll be going, but I said that. I said that last week. Or the last one. I almost went for 3 hours. If he gets Europe, I think he may be given another chance, brother. I do think he may be given another chance. But I do think the only way he's going to get Europe is Champions League winning. Winning the Champions League. And I can't see us doing that. And if he does win the Champions League, then whether you like him, love him, hate him, whatever, if he wins the Champions League, he deserves next season and a transfer window that will blow everyone out of the water. But I can't see it happening, Gary. But keep me posted on whether you're going to get your flight home tomorrow. And hopefully I can see you at the yard for the Newcastle game. Vuskovic, only 18. As a fellow Croatian, I believe he's on his way to being world class. But I don't think that he's ready for the rigors. We were discussing this on Savas earlier, buddy. If he does have another loan, I don't want it to be at Hamburg. Fine with it being Bundesliga, but I want to see him in another league. I don't want him to be too settled and stuck in it. Like, I know how things operate. And how he just keeps going from strength to strength. I think he's going to be one of the young stars of the World Cup period. And then I think if Romero goes, which I think is a certainty, I think he's coming straight back in. Straight back in. Excuse me, people. My God, excuse me, people. I do apologise. Let's go. What do you think? Oh, mate, I loved it. Mate, honestly, I've said it before. Anyone that takes a jab, a hook, or a massive knockout uppercut at the board, fair play. Fair goddamn play. And I will say to you, Romero and Paratici are doing more speaking out about what's going on indoors than the fans that so-called say they want change. And when I say that, I mean the fans that have gone, yeah, we need to get these out, but then when push comes to shove, don't turn up at protests, don't say what they're going to do. They walk the walk. Sorry, they talk the talk, but can't walk the walk. Paratici, well done. Conte, get in there for what he did. Romero, keep doing it. Keep doing it. I hope, like I said at the beginning, South, because I don't know if you were right here at the beginning, I hope he does it monthly, Romero. Keep calling the goddamn board out. Keep calling them out. Because somehow there's got to be a penny drops moment for the majority of this fan base to actually act upon the crap we are being served up. Oh, there you go. I've seen it there. Oh, okay. I'll be very happy in a moment. I'll be very, very happy in a moment. Daniel Levy did Modric a favour by not selling him to Chelsea. Well, do you know what? He wouldn't let him go to Chelsea. Daniel Levy did well there, and they had a gentleman's agreement. But what you have to look at is he came in and said, or Modric, rather than being a moany little diva and go, right, I'm going on strike. The first 6 months of that season, his final season, he was untouchable. He played, he kept his composure. He respected the badge. He respected the club. He had a phenomenal year, and we let him go. A gentleman's agreement that was honoured. He's a superstar, Luka Modric. Oh, mate. I speak with Ramon quite a bit via Twitter, and I've been getting friendly trolled by him about my views on Frank, especially after the Notts Forest game that I went to, that we lost 3-0. and said this is the first time I can't believe what Thomas Frank has done. And then he started. Did he quote retweet me or just comment on my? But yeah, Ramon, thank God, speaks out about this board, and we'll call it as it is. I just wish more players would do. I really do wish it would happen, but they don't. But fair play to Ramon. Maybe they have a little digs to know what's. Mate, honestly, you will always put a smile on my face. There she is. Now I'm happy. Now I'm back to being happy. See, now I will say, didn't know your name was Samantha because it was just baby cake. See, it's been educational as well. I've learned that your son unfortunately supports a horrific football team. His choice of player is Sir Mipsalot. But now I've learned your name and we've gone back to that photo. So thank you very much, Samantha. This looks much, much better. And it's good to know your name, Samantha. So there we go. Raza, how are we doing? Please, God, we spoke about it just a bit before you kept this message. I really want the Seahawks. I really, really want the Seahawks. And I'm going to go for the Seahawks. And I will say, Raza, I saw your comment about the in Late Night Lilywhite last one, saying about time stamping the thing about tickets for international fans. Next week, after I've had the recovery from, or if it's not as bad as thought, the pain from the wisdom tooth extraction, then I'm actually going to do a video on it, just a pre-recorded step-by-step for international fans that want to know how accessible tickets can be for the international fan base. I'm going to actually make it its own video, so I won't need to timestamp it, Rosa. I'm actually going to do a complete video on it, so you will have it. And I know Southeast Coins, who started the question, is in the chat as well. So it will be an actual video, but I want the Seahawks, and mainly because of my man from Seattle Spurs, John, one of the nicest men you could wish to meet. So let's go Seahawks, let's go. The American chanting or whatever. I don't know what the Seahawks chants are, but I'm going to go with it. Who do you want, Rosa? My wife also hates the Patriots. Actually, I'm exactly the same. I don't watch any official Everton content or Everton's biggest private YouTube channel. Just pedals. Yeah, mate, I just can't. I can't do it anymore. It's just, I saw this video that they released, Spurs, and it was a short, and it goes, what a great season for goals it's been. And it showed Paulinho's overhead kick, and then it gave the gif of an overhead kick. And I'm like, what are we doing here? You do realise you're pumping out this shit. Well done, we've scored a couple of overhead goals. We're 14th or 15th in the league out of all cups. Just had a shock in January. And because of Solanke's scorpion kick, and you can make a few quid out of the views and whatever, let's put a compilation of goals we scored. Like, Richarlison's bicycle kick, Richarlison's goal against the filth. Just like, can you not see what you're doing? I can so see what they're trying to do. And unfortunately, the fan base swallow this. They swallow the whole game. Oh my God, Jen, do you remember that great time? Do you remember that? I just can't, buddy. I can feel your pain. I can feel your pain. I just can't do it anymore. I can't. Even with Thomas Frank, when I watched Match of the Day, if we've won, lost, or drawn, if we've won, I'll watch the highlights. But if we drawn or lost, I will just skip through the Spurs part and the talk with Frank and the opposing manager or players, and just listen to what the commentary say, because I just cannot be asked to listen to the crap that comes out of Tottenham at the moment. So I can imagine how you feel. I'm sure there's other clubs that feel the same way. Oh, mate, he's beyond the nerd. Mate, yeah, exactly. And like I mentioned that with people, the thing is, obviously, in Italy they have the ultras, and the ultras pretty much run. Basically, I would say the ultras do what they do, where we have, and in England, the Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust, who keep posting things about their 5 principles, blah, 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 and how things aren't acceptable, yet won't stand with change for Spurs, wouldn't promote my lot's attempt at protesting. But when we did start piping up, the trust piped up, and obviously they've got their meeting with Vinay this week or next week, and then they'll publish, this is what was said with Vinay. Vinay said this, we said that, he's a lovely man, things are going to change, and then nothing ever changes. I wish we had ultras. I wish we had goddamn ultras. Spurs, mate, without a doubt, it would rival that, mate. It would rival that. It'd be like Leicester winning the goddamn league, buddy. It would be unbelievable. Not going to happen though. Yeah, look, I think, right, it's what we got to look at it. Romero coming out like this, people look at it and go, I should be talking about this about the club. Everything should be in-house. Well, when everything has been in-house, what's it changed? What's it achieved? What's it done? And I do think he's trying to, or mate, there's no doubt whatsoever he is orchestrating for a move away. There is no doubt. And if he's going to Conte tore the house down with him, so let's hope. Danny Rose said this stuff. Tim Sherwood said this stuff. If you speak out about the board, you won't last much longer because they'll silence you. But could you imagine if Romero, or when Romero leaves, I'm sure they have to sign NDAs, and we've seen it before. Romero won't sign no fucking NDA. He'll come straight out with it. He is blatantly orchestrating for a move away. There's no doubt about it, Bryce, brother. Wow. Mate, see, this is the thing. You're realistically ambitious. Realistically ambitious. Wow, that's... Mate, look, Joe, what? I think... I don't know if I can give you players right now on the spot, and especially with the World Cup, you don't know what's going to happen, but I would like to see an elite goalkeeper come in, and I do mean an elite or very, very high standard. And I say that my number one, if it was to be in England, is I love the former Liverpool number 2 and current Brentford number 1. I think Kelleher is such an underrated goalkeeper. I think he's outstanding. I would take him all day long. We need Romero's going. Vuskovic will come in. I would like to see another defender. We need that ball-playing midfielder. We need a left winger. We need a right winger. We need a striker. And those two, we need an elite goalkeeper or very, very high standard. And without a doubt, we need an elite striker. And I do mean go out and shock the world. Jurgen Klinsmann quality. Dimitar Berbatov quality. I mean, Dimitar Berbatov at his peak, not when Spurs bought him. Go and get a player you know will smash the bank. Smash the goals in. So I don't know realistically transfer wishes in the summer, as in personnel, positionally, the ones I mentioned, goalkeeper, another central defender, maybe, ball playing midfielder, absolutely, left winger and right winger of a very, very high standard, absolutely needed, and a striker. But that's what we need bare minimum because of the crap we've had to endure over the last few years and bad recruitment. So I actually did see him. He was with someone. So I went on a coach trip with Ben Daniel from We Are Tottenham TV to Nottingham. Bentley wasn't on the coach, but one of the guys are very, very good friends with him. I did see him. I didn't actually get to speak to him, but blatantly did see him. And he was the life and soul of everyone around him. He is a very, very good guy, David Bentley. He really, really was, or is, sorry. And he's a player that I thought when he came to Spurs, my God, especially in pre-season. He was untouchable, and then it just all fell to pieces, like what normally happens when players come to Spurs. I will check this out. Send me the link, brother. Send me the link via Twitter, and I'll definitely check it out. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Daigle. True or false? Saints are the Arsenal of the NFL. Not true. Not true. Not true. No, it's... You're bullying me, mate. You're bullying me. I'm going to report you to HR. Canada's HR for anti-bullying. You're picking on me. New Orleans Saints. You know what I keep getting told by New Orleans Saints fans? Or when I get speaking to American fans of Tottenham, when I get speaking to about... Some fans aren't even big with Spurs, go, the Saints are in the middle of a rebuild. I was like, do not say that word to me. Do not mention that goddamn... Anyone says rebuild, I'm like, piss off. Piss off. It is one of the words I hate the most in modern day football. We're in a rebuild. It's not on. It's not on. That, Michael, see, there you go. We can go with that. We can go with that. Don't ever say that. If I ever need any more proof the fine is a tourist, Scott M, I can just see him laughing whilst he's typing this. Look, I attempted a cheer, but I hear that all the time with other teams or the bloody defense. I'm like, oh my god! I went to a Scott M will know and Canadians will know the CFL, which is basically the Canadian NFL, but with different rules, the same premise. And I went to the Toronto Argonauts. I've been to a few of their games. The atmosphere is one of the most dreadful things I've ever experienced. Scott, I kind of wish you weren't there to hear me say, oh, dear. Ever since the Chargers left, I couldn't care less about the NFL. So the Chargers, I've got rid of it. Where are the Chargers? They're the Los Angeles Chargers at the moment, aren't they? And are they the ones that have Justin Herbert, my favourite quarterback in the league? Let me just have a quick check. Chargers. Yeah, Los Angeles Chargers, mate. Justin Herbert. Mate, honestly, the amount of times I go back and watch Justin Herbert NFL passes, he is goddamn incredible. I would do anything for Spurs. For the Saints to go get Herbert. I think he's I prefer him over Mahomes. I love Herbert, a top quarterback. Mate, I love the NFL. Big up, Chris, brother. Rother, Buffalo Bills. I was gutted to be knocked out. Mate, your coach left, didn't he? But a lot of coaches that have left. The Broncos came out of nowhere. Josh Allen is some player. Seahawks. It's got to be the Seahawks. It's got to be the Seahawks. I didn't know there's an English guy, so even more so. Come on, Seahawks. I'm not going to try the chart again, especially with Scott M in the chat. Johan's excuse of the Winchfield lack of transfer. Well, yeah, exactly. This is the thing. We'll have some quality players coming back from injury. Kulu, I think you can rule off for the season. Madison ruled off for the season. And that's what Spurs are going to do. The reason we didn't go big in the window was players are coming back, even though they're not going to be available for February. Maybe a majority of March, but they'll be back for April or May. And that's why. And even the players coming back aren't good enough. This is why I can't listen to a word this football club says. What team does this? We're in deep shit. Players are injured and won't be back for a few months or a month, whatever. We've known that for a little while, but they could be back at some point. And as we know, with Spurs medical team and our luck, they're all going to come back just at the time that they've been predicted, haven't they? Dominic Solanke, 5 months. I have got my op soon, mate. I've got my op in. Let me do the maths. 12 hours, about 13, 14 hours. 13, 14 hours time, I will be having my procedure, brother. So might be quiet for a few days. Scott, I'm a Saints fan. You're going to have to explain how. Bryce, are you honestly a New Orleans Saint fan? Get in there, my man. Get in there, my man. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I just want to. Yeah, mate, honestly, Vicario needs to go. He has to go. Realistic transfer. Well, mate, that was realistically optimistic. I think was the what was asked. But oh, mate, mate? Do you know what? If that was the window, Jesus Christ, I knew it. I 100% banter for me. That's why I said no. I was right. I was right, mate. This is the thing. The international fans or the other fans will do so. Spurs fans will just lap it up and go, "Oh, well, season tickets got up," and then complain when things don't happen. I wish our fan base would show the board by absolute mass boycotts, not spending in the ground or in the club shop. I'd love to go to a Spurs match where I walked down the high road and there was just no one in the club shop. And then you walked into the ground and just people were sitting in their seats, refusing to have a drink and whatever, and just being quiet. It'd be incredible. Thank you, Scott, Mark Swifty brother. He always puts this in. And of course, there you go. There's a party political broadcast by the Swifty party. He's always up, buddy. He is always. Oh, you're back. Russell's back. Oh, here we go. Question from Bryce. Thoughts on where the Saints are now, considering how I missed a majority of what was going on this season with the Saints. I can't believe how poor we were. I honestly cannot believe how poor in my whole time of supporting the Saints, which has been since 2017. Not even I thought it could be this bad. It was horrific. And I don't know enough about this quarterback coming through, but it's been pretty clear that since Breeze has left, our quarterbacks have been absolutely goddamn woeful and pathetic. And they need to sort that. They need to sort that. We are a one-man team. If it isn't for Kamara, there are a couple of other fringe players, but if we're the day Kamara leaves this football club, it will be like, to put it in this way, it will be like when Breeze and Kamara, and that they've finally gone, it will be like Sane and Kane and Son. We're in dark times. Dark times. Out of interest, are there any A-list celebrity fans who would possibly put? Oh God, I would love. Let's try and get John Cena, Finn Balor. I would love to live in a world where we can go up to Enoch and say, "You can't see me," because they are fucking gone. I'd love to get Adele. There are a lot of A-list Spurs fans, but would they put their name to it? I don't think so. What we would need is someone of Gareth Bale, Harry Kane, player-wise stature to come out and say, "Do you know what? This is what this club is doing. This needs to change." But they won't. They will not. Yep. Correct, Neil, brother. I hope you're good and well. Joe, I tried today to get an image done. It's funny because you just reminded me of it. I tried to get a photo done where I wanted to get the Spurs logo with the cockerel, but instead of the cockerel, have Pinocchio with his nose completely out there, and the tagline, "Same excuses, same lies." Looking forward to July's version, but it said that because of Disney, and using Pinocchio, it wouldn't allow me to do it. So I'm going to try and get it redone tomorrow. We'll see. Chargers are the little bro in their own stage. Listen, I want Justin Herbert. Would love him. Wait till next year. Yep. Neil, this is what we always do, buddy. It's what we always do. Now, Broncos were always going to be a worry. Peyton, yeah, see what NFL, I still, as much as I love, and I do love the sport, honestly, it's my second favourite sport after the real football. I don't know all the ins and outs of the players and names, the coaching staff, their duties. I can watch the game and understand it completely, but I need to dive deeper into not just what goes on the pitch. But I do enjoy watching any NFL documentary. I've watched the Netflix one with the Dallas Cowboys. I've watched the receiver and quarterback ones. I love watching NFL or American football movies. I'll tell you what, there's a question for people. Favorite NFL-based movies? I will tell you now, number one, by a billion miles, it's not even close, is Remember the Titans. One of the greatest movies, in my opinion, of all time, let alone NFL. And Denzel Washington is goddamn incredible in it. That will always be first for me. There's one I watched on Netflix about I can't remember what the movie was called. It's based on a real life story. It's a quarterback who had to go through things the hard way and started playing in a league that was basically in a barn, a literal barn. Got to an NFL team, thought he was the big I am, got rid of, what the hell is the name of it? Underdog. Draft day with Kevin Costner is fucking outstanding. Obviously, there's Any Given Sunday, but if anyone has not seen Remember the Titans, you have to go and watch it. Let me star that, because I'm going to star Gary's. I'm going to see if people are putting. Has anyone put their favourite NFL ones in? No, not yet. But Remember the Titans. Remember the Titans is one of the greatest movies of all time, and definitely the best NFL. Well, I say NFL football team. NFL or American football-based movies. I cannot stress how good that movie is. In fact, I might watch it this evening when I go to bed shortly, or whenever that may be. Let's go where we were. For that left-wing position, it wouldn't surprise me if Spurs went big for Nico Williams. Some of that standard is in desperate need. Wharton would be incredible as a deep-lining playmaker, mate. I would take him all day long. Nico Williams is a pipe dream. Never going to happen in a million years. They will need to deliver something big, but it will not be Nico Williams. Nico Williams' wages alone, they'll be like, nope, not happening. Not at all. I need to WhatsApp a pic of the bloke that was on the staff bench for a few years. Can't remember his name. It's driving me mad. Have you sent it to me? Let's have a look. Send it to me, bro. Send it to me, and we'll sort it. So, send it to me. Where am I? Let me go back to stream. It is who we are, mate. They'll all come back from injury. Then Johan will say we can't buy it. Bingo. Absolutely bang on the money. Never have truer words been spoken. Chris just sent it to me. Oh, mate, you're the person you're talking about. I can't remember his name, but I'm going to find out right now. In fact, people in the chat might be able to say it. Daniel Levy's is it son-in-law or godson? Who is it? It's Daniel Levy's something. The kit man. Oh, what is his name? What is his name? liaison. He's Spurs liaison, if I can remember. Alan Dixon. Alan Dixon. That's who it is. Alan Dixon, the relative of former. I'm looking at it now. Alan Dixon is the relative of former Tottenham chairman Daniel Levy, who has worked as a long-serving. He's the brother. He's Daniel Levy's brother-in-law. That's the relation. Chris, that's who it is, brother. Daniel Levy's brother-in-law. Alan Dixon. I always forget his name, but there you go. So yeah, but Dong, you are spot on here, bro. Get up, mate. Mate, do you know what? I'm I've seen these morphine videos. I will get to record it, but I've done some stupid things before. I'll tell you how bad things get. I haven't said this before. It's nothing bad. But when my wife first moved to England after we got married, her birthday's Halloween. She moved over in the February, and it came to Halloween, and I wanted to make her first birthday in England the most romantic, special thing I could possibly do to her. And at the time, do for her, sorry. So I literally arranged with my cousin, who at the time was the manager of a restaurant called Galvin at the Windows, which was on the 28th floor of the Hilton Park Lane and had the most incredible views of London. I arranged the best table. I arranged everything, and I didn't tell anyone. Just worked it out with my cousin, and then about 2 weeks before her birthday, she woke up and said, "I know what we're doing for my birthday." I was like, "No, you bloody well fucking don't, because I haven't told anyone, and I know for a fact I haven't told you." So I was like, "No, you don't." She goes, "If I guess it, will you tell me?" I was like, "Of course I will, if you guess it, but there's no way." She said, "You're taking me to the Hilton, doing this, and all the other bits." I was like, "How the fuck did you know that?" And apparently I told her the whole thing in my sleep. I have done a lot of silly things, and that's without being on the morphine or whatever they're going to have me on. So I've got to be very careful, because I might say things that I've suppressed from ages ago. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll ask her to do so. And then she'll deem whether it's ammunition to get. That's the other thing. Anything I do say may be given in evidence, and she could use it, and I could not know it until the light of day, and then she could use it as Trump. Oh, I don't know what to do. As good. Yeah, I will do it, but I think I could get myself in trouble, brother. I cannot wait, mate. I had my nose surgery in May. This happened in early August. No, late August. I came over in September. And there's days, like the last few days, it's been absolutely fucking throbbing. And I cannot wait to get it out. I cannot wait. Rob and Ryan take out. Looks like 5 years late. Yeah. That's where are we? Kenneth, brother, was a huge first band, and he's absolutely nuts. I heard a story of him being a gentleman beforehand, but then yep, that is spot on. Go check out our show. I'm getting proper. Okay. Well, let's hope so, brother. Let's hope so. Art is back in the building. Big up. Yep, it's coming back. It's going to be happening very, very, very regularly. This is the show that I really want to build on the channel. This is the show that's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And one of the good things that I'm going to do that Late Night Lilywhite will get premier access to is, it's not really Spurs related, but it is football related, is obviously people like myself and Scott M are very, very lucky this year, and people in North America, that we got a World Cup over here. And I'm going to be in a World Cup host city, and I'm going to do a lot of stuff around World Cup hype and World Cup fever, downtown in Toronto, around the hotels, around the harbour front and all the touristy points, the Scotland Yard, around the stadium. And I'm going to show you guys first World Cup fever sweeping through Toronto. So Late Night Lilywhite, this show is going to be built. This is going to be a channel, or sorry, a regular stream show that I'm going to bring guests on and everything. We're really going to build this as a, not just me and Ben as the channel, but you guys, most importantly. What's the next thing we got? The excuse this is coming. Yep. World Cup. This will be it. And the values of players went up or down, or it writes itself, unfortunately. Okay. Peter was our head coach. There you go. Okay. There you go, sir. What are some good shows you recommend in the chat? So when you say shows, are you talking? What are we talking here, South Coys? Are we talking? We need a genre. I've got loads of things that I would recommend very, very highly, but we need a genre and what people like. And then I've got no problem doing one of the best shows, and I'm about to start watching one of the spin-offs. If people like their crime and drug mafia kind of thing, one of the best shows ever is Power. And then Power branched off into spin-offs. Power is incredible. But we'll see. Give me some genres, I can definitely tell you. Have you seen the new documentary about the Saints? It talks about how the Benson family is looking to sell to a UK. Mate, see, this is Scott M. I don't know whether to believe it or not. But I am telling you now, as I've said before, I kept having a nightmare, a dream that turned into a nightmare, all in the same thing, where Levy sold Spurs, or Levy left Spurs, but then he bought TFC, Toronto FC, and I would be protested outside the stadium in minus 30 degrees without foul. Wouldn't be an issue. If he goes anywhere near the Saints, I will say to my beautiful wife, I may not be going to London, but I'm going to Louisiana, and I'm going to New Orleans, and I'm going to make a scene. I hope that is you winding me up, because I can't have Levy affiliated with any team I support. Or maybe I should just let Levy know that I support them, and then he'll fuck off. Now I'm guessing it's a joke. Oh, mate, top show. When does season 4 is about to start? When does it start? Night Agent on Netflix is also great. Season 3 about to come out. Season 4 of The Lincoln Lawyer just came out. The Night Manager is quality. One of my favourite shows of all time, depends how you like your kind of dramas, is a show called This Is Us. One of the best written shows I've ever seen. That is definitely worth a watch. Draft Day is fun, but yeah, I can imagine, brother. But you cannot beat. I can't believe it. I'm going to go through it in a minute. If someone hasn't mentioned, you've got The Longest Yard, The Right Move. Mate, how has no one mentioned in this? I've heard about this one, Bryce. I'm going to have to check it out. But how has no one agreed with me or mentioned about Remember the Titans? I can't believe... Big up, Eugene, my brother. I hope you're good and well. I can't believe no one has said... I can't believe this is... I can't believe no one has said Remember the Titans yet. Gary, bloody hell. Just got delayed again. Mate, yeah, I think you may need to. But have a look. Have a look at when to change. Let me give you the weather for the next few days and see what's there. I can't believe you're getting to... Is that because... Yeah, but is that from an England thing? What's the weather like in England right now? Or if I remember, do you say you're... I can't remember if you're coming from London or Dublin. I can't remember where it is, Gary. Is it from London you're flying from? But let's have a look. What's the weather saying for us over the next few days? Let's have a quick look. See, who would have thought in Late Night Lilywhite we'd be going about the Toronto weather for the upcoming week? Okay, so Saturday it's saying the high of -15. Oh. And in the evening it's going to be -22. Oh, Jesus. Then Sunday -12, -19 at night. Monday -7, -10 at night. Tuesday -3 and -5. And Wednesday -1, -7. Oh, mate. Oh, welcome home. Welcome home, Gary. I've settled and I'm getting used to it again. But yeah, you may need to reschedule, brother. But remember, there's going to be so many people rescheduling. When were you thinking of doing it, though, buddy? That's what you got to look at. Good that Air Canada give you a week to change it at no cost, which is good. Who made Scott? Scott's been a mod for ages, mate. Scott has been a mod for a very, very. I'm sure Scott has Scott may be one of the originals. In all honesty, Scott may be one of the original mods. Swifty's a mod as well. Is playing Scott is his last. Mate, I still can't believe that no one is mentioned mid-year. They normally bring it out in January. It's already running late. I have to say, I still can't believe people have not watched. Correct. Thank you. This is exactly what it is. About the there's it's set in the height of racism or what's going on in America back in the day, and a school merges that was a black school and a white school, and it's about them being able to literally bond together and become a unit. It's based on a true story, and it is one. Honestly, the soundtrack, everything in this movie. You know what? I'm going to go onto YouTube. Okay, remember the Titans trailer. For anyone that has not seen it but wants to see it, share. Let me provide a service to you all. Paste. Remember. It's on Disney Plus. If you have Disney Plus, then you've got it within that platform. I almost put Remember the Disney. Remember the Titans trailer. It is just a sublime movie. One of the best. There's some more TV shows. Are you joking, Scott? No way is it +20 where you are in Alberta. No chance. 1 second. Hey, Google. What is the weather in Alberta, Canada today?
In Calgary, the forecast is around -1 degree and cloudy. Right now it's 2 and partly cloudy.
Yeah, no, it's not +20. I can't believe I fell for it. Scott, why am I so gullible when it comes to you? I have no idea. Some more. I can't believe I fell for it. Wait, no. Are you? It's not. Unless you're giving me different. Look, I just don't know what to believe anymore. I fly from Dublin. There you go. I think it's a mechanical airplane issue now. Jesus Christ. Yeah, mate, listen. If it's a mechanical airplane issue, change your flight. If it had been based on the weather, which when I got my email solely about the weather, I've just got a WhatsApp. I bet it's Scott. It is. Oh no, it's been true. Scott M is bang on the money. Scott M, I take everything back. In fact, so much so, I'm going to share this with everyone. Let's share screen, people. Share screen. Where is it? Scott sent me. Where is it? Muzzle toff to Alberta, Canada. It's only the 4th of February, but we've hit the first 20-degree daytime high. What? Well done, Alberta. Well done, Alberta. Muzzle toff. Muzzle toff. See, you never know what you're going to get in Lilywhite Lane. Late Night Lilywhite. Can't even remember the name of my own bloody show. Yeah, mate, change your flight. Whenever I hear airplane, I go I automatically think of Friends with Phoebe, the left phalange. Yeah, don't. Mate, Gary, change your flight. Change your flight. If it was weather-based, no problem. No problem. Change your flight. Change your flight. Deadwood is great. Talking about shows here. Well done, mate. Here we go. Mate, it's the number one American football based movie of all time. I don't think it can ever be beaten. For the acting, the storyline, the soundtrack, it's based on a true story. The way, mate, honestly, one of the best NFL movie of all time. I honestly, people need to watch it and then get back to me. Yeah, mate, I can't wait. Once we get over February and March, then it's time to start getting excited in Toronto for the weather. Then it is time to get excited. There you go. It's honestly, I was about to say, I was like, what have Tottenham on tour put in here? And I remember, there it is. Like, there it is. So good to see all of you in here. It's all good. But listen, guys, don't laugh, Daigle and chat, but my dream after graduating college is working my way to the UK citizenship, move to London and work for, mate, all I will say is when you are going over there, you and I, we've got each other's details now. Getting you to meet Ben and Simeon will be no problem whatsoever. Consider that done by me. Consider it done. That will not be a drama at all. That will be a pleasure. All I can say, I understand why people want to move to London. And when I say want to move to, I mean people within the football community and want to go because of Tottenham or whatever team you support. England is not the best of places to live in at the moment. It really, really isn't. Whether it be for everything that's going on, the cost of living, everything. It's don't say in the mud, brother. Don't say in the mud. In the mud. Give them their flowers and all that shit. I cannot stand those terms. And now I'll let you know it. Scott will use it non-stop. But no, you proved me wrong, and I said I'm sorry. And that'll be the end of that. But yeah, listen, mate. People always think that London, oh my God, it's this great city with the big lights. And coming from a Londoner that now resides in Toronto, Canada, I don't want to live in London again. Probably for the only time I will live in England for a consistent amount of time, longer than a year or whatever, is when my parents are getting ready to leave this world, or anything happens to my nephews or niece or my sister. Then I'll be gone. I will be in England for the foreseeable, but as soon as that's all done, I will be out as soon as possible. I can't. I just can't. But like I said, I'll get you to meet Ben and Sim, no problem, no drama whatsoever. And I'm sure you'd have a great time out there. Living is it's not as easy out in London as people may think it may be. Yeah, I mean, George Best, what a legend. What a legend. Let's have a look. Wait, what's Neil saying? Ruddy is better and Brian's song better for... No, you may need to go into a bit more there. I may not be reading that correctly. Where was it? I saw someone ask me what was my... Well, I just saw something, unless it got moved. Oh, that goddamn word. That goddamn word is... Oh, I do hate that word. I do hate that word. People that want context of what Russell was saying, just type in We Are Tottenham TV, Brian Daigle, rant after the Leicester game last season, and that word context. I went absolutely apoplectic on We Are Tottenham TV for that word. Yes, there's many words I hate, but that word, which has all of a sudden become such a buzzword around YouTube, and not just Tottenham or football, that word drives me around the fucking twist. Barbaric, my brother. How are you, geezer? Again, up at almost 4 o'clock in the morning. A pattern is developing, buddy. 4 o'clock. I hope you and the family are good and well, brother. I hope you're good. Okay. Okay, with you. Are we talking? See, when we say football, I will always assume we're talking football, not egg ball NFL. So are you talking now, these are two NFL type movies, or they are two football, as in English football movies? Okay. Who are the top 5 Tottenham pundits with best rants? Oh, Jesus. Well, I can't really. I think it's up to you guys in the chat to give your ranking. I definitely have to be in. I have to be. If people say top 5s of epic rants and stuff like that, if I'm not in it, then I will be disappointed. Because that Leicester rant, I can also remember I started singing, or I started talking about the Lion King and how when Simba was shown everything in the light is ours, but everything that's in the dark or in the shadow isn't ours and you can't go there. Somehow I related that to what's going on at Tottenham. I had an epic nuclear meltdown. Yeah, I have to be in everyone's top 5 without me bigging myself up. I have to be in the top 5. Stella as well. You can say that with him. Listen, I haven't spoken to him for ages. No falling out or anything like that. Just don't speak. His is a lot for clicks and likes and shows. And that's what it's about. And then he'll speak about Arsenal. But whatever Henry does is what Henry does. He's gone his way. People go the other way. I don't watch his content. So yeah, if people want to put him in there, that's your. It's your. It's like the. Do you remember that episode with Friends with 5 celebrities you can sleep with and your partner can't get mad? This is kind of that version with the Spurs rants. Not that you get to sleep with any of us. Let's see. Oh, mate. Mr. K. Mr. K's rant was one of the funniest one of the best that I have. When he just kept pointing, he had two monitors. He had his other monitor face this way with Daniel Levy, and Mr. K does do something, and it's not just Mr. K. There's a lot of people that do this, and it's like fingers down the chalkboard to me. His name, Gary Neville does it all the time. His name is Daniel Levy. It's a 4-letter word, Levy. It's not like a long Greek name like Kostadolu or Papadopoulos. It's Levy. But the amount of people that say Levy, I'm like, it's every time I hear Daniel Levy, it's like I want to knock that person out. Not Mr. K, because I love him dearly, but I just want to grab him and go, it's Daniel fucking Levy. It's like, my God, it's a 4-letter word. It always reminds me of people back home will remember a show which was hysterical. My grandma loved it. Called Keeping Up Appearances. And they're basically, it's about a woman who thinks she's superior and posh. And her husband's family name is Bucket. And everyone calls her Bucket, Mrs. Bucket. But she's like, no, it's not Bucket, it's Bouquet. She tries to posh up the name. Every time I hear people say Levy, I'm like, it's Levy. It's 4 letters. But that rant from Mr. K, in fact, where is it? Let's see if I can find it. It's on our channel. I can play it. Do you know what? I might bring this out just to play it. Tottenham. Let's see if I can get it. Tottenham on tour. Mr. K. Mr. K. Rant. Let's see if it brings it up. Yes, it does. Shall I put on? Does anyone want to see Mr. K's rant? I won't play it all. It's like 13 minutes, but Mr. K goes on an epic rant. I'm thinking of, shall I play it? Certainly won't get copyrighted from playing our own show. Daigle, followed by Sava, Stell, and the best newcomer to rants is Lubo. Apparently, has been. Mate, I don't need to. Do you know what? I'll just play it. 1 second. Let me share the screen. Let me get it. Let me get it ready. 1 second. Okay. So let me share the screen. Okay. Where is it? There it is. Share. All right. You're going to hear, to start off with, just the Tottenham Tour music. Can people let me know when I push play that you can hear the music? So I'll push play now. Tottenham Tour. Okay. So it's down to the final person, and Mr. K's there. He is. The camera's come on. What's he done? Look at his TV.
He has some stats up.
You've been patient, Mr. K. You've been patient. We appreciate you.
Sign this guy.
No, guys. Listen, I want to thank you first of all for letting me come onto the stream. I know you had dozens and dozens of people that really wanted to come on. 10 minutes. Wow. The only thing I want to say for 10 minutes is basically levy out. Levy out.
Love it.
Levy out. Levy out. We're at the end of the show, so levy out. Levy out. Levy out. There's tactics. You know tactics? There's nothing to say. Levy out. The details of finances, there's nothing to say. Levy out. Excuses? No, man. I'm not listening to excuses. I have 21 years of hurt, but myself personally, I've been getting trampled all over for years and years. Levy out.
Levy out.
There's no more. Look, you know what it is? If people don't understand us, they're just not sticking their finger out their arse to actually listen. right? Go into encyclopedias, go into finances, go and have a look at the history. Stop being a goldfish and forgetting everything that happens from one part of the season to the next part of the season. Levy out. And you'll realize, levy out. You'll come to the conclusion, levy out. If you care about the club, yeah, rather than the checkbook in terms of Property FC, right, yeah, levy out. If you look at the facts where he says every penny will go into the football, go into the team. He never said what team, though. Levy out. All you fans out there that are watching right now, you don't understand what I'm saying. I'm sorry. It sounds very, very negative. But guess what? You don't know my pain. But can you feel my pain? If you can't even feel a teeny little bit of it, then please look up the history. Go have a little look into the finances. Look at what happened between the seasons of 2015 to 2018. And you will realize, levy out. We're a great club. Yes, we are. But we're not a top club. You know why? Because levy out. Right? Stuffing your pockets to become... You borrowed £26 million.
Let them do it for 10 minutes.
Started on buying this club. You borrowed the money. Right? You didn't put a penny of your own in. You then borrowed some more money to then take over total control. Right? This is called levy out. You say you're a fan? Bollocks. Pardon my French. Levy out. This is not a rant. Honest to God, this is not a rant.
Are you sure?
You should really see me sometimes when I go off on one. That would be a rant. This is just me being nice and plain and straightforward and keeping to a consistent message. Because some people think that this levy out is just a little banner, this little sheet that we're just waving around, a little bed sheet that we're waving around, and we don't really take our club seriously. And it's embarrassing for people to look at us. No, mate, have you seen those refereeing decisions? Levy out. There's no, this tag that we got about Spursy, right? Yeah. Listen, think about it for 1 teeny millisecond. We got a tag called Spursy. I wonder where that came from. I really do wonder. Wait a second. The coaches have changed. The people, the staff behind the scenes have changed. The players have come and gone. But we still seem to be Spursy. You know why? Levy out. If you want me to go for the next 2-3 minutes going levy out, guess what? I'll do it for 24 hours.
Just finish.
Levy out.
Just do the whole 10 minutes. Mate.
All of you guys out there, I know how you feel. I know the pain. I feel it. Levy out. We were there at the beginning, Brian. We were there at the beginning. We're there at the beginning. Levy out. Tommy, Bobby, me standing around. There's a whole bunch of other people, Stelios and so on. They all came out. And guess what? We looked around. You're absolutely right. We saw people having a dance and a laugh and having a bit of a drink and selling merchandising and stuff on a levy out protest. And that's what made us look bad in front of the media. Forget them for a second. Look at people like us. We're articulate in what we say. We're knowledgeable in what we know about the game. We're not blind or stupid. This man over here knows nothing about football. Levy out.
Oh, mate, you see what the chemist said? You see,
the comments are going off.
I'm now going to I'll put the rest of the rant in the, I've got the link. 1 second. Let me just come back to you guys. There are so many. I'm kind of tempted to put some of my, because We Are Tottenham TV will never ever copyright me. I'm very tempted to put whether I should show some of my epic levy out rants. I can even show the one about context that Russell was talking about. I went mad on that one. I went mad when we lost to Bournemouth at Bournemouth last season. I went mad after we lost 6-1 to Newcastle. I've gone mad on so many times, and I forgot about that rant. And do you know what? I haven't spoke to Danny for a little while. I love Danny. Gary, you want to see? Okay, let me see if I can find my Leicester one where I go on about the Lion King of all things. Right, let's see if I can find it. 1 second, let's have a look. We Are Tottenham TV Daigle Rant VLEICES versus Leicester City. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, there it is. It's the first one. Oh, Jesus. Yep, it's with a bit. Okay, 1 sec. Oh, dear. Okay. It's 16 minutes. Guys, you ready for a 16-minute Daigle rant? Russell, this is all thanks to you. Let me share the screen. It's weird that I just realised Swifty just put a comment in as the Mr. K rant was going on. Swifty was in the comments. Right, I went a bit nuts on this one, so let me share this one. Here we go. I know for a fact We Are Tottenham TV will never ever copyright us. It's never a drama. Here we go.
Brian Daigle. He's in no mood for laughing, no mood for jokes today. No smile.
Oh no,
Nothing to smile about.
Tottenham Hotspur are the joke. That's the joke. Tottenham Hotspur are the joke. Let's unravel the bullshit production that is Tottenham Hotspur, shall we? Amazing how before this game kicked off, oh, Leicester are so poor. They've lost the last 7. We're easily going to win. We can't lose to them. We're so shit. They're so shit. We're going to beat them. They beat us, and then all of a sudden, yeah, but we've got an injury team. Injuries. It was amazing how injuries didn't happen before in the pre-match. Oh, Leicester are shit. Leicester have lost 7 games in a row. Leicester are definitely going down. We're Tottenham Hotspur. Of course we can beat them. But then when we lose to them, oh, we got injuries. Oh no, not the injuries. Oh no. Always. And let's now undress the bullshit production that is the word context. Because I've never heard the word context used so many times in my entire life than during Ange Postecoglou. I'll give you context for Daniel Levy. But we don't use that word context. 7 managers in 5 seasons are the game changer. 8 if you want to count Mason twice. Window after window of fucking up managers and not bringing in players in. But let's not use the word context. 24 years of the same thing happening. But let's not talk about context. We want to talk about this January transfer window. The business have signed the Paris Korean Coffee and Bakery. 50 Cent, the Rolling Stones announced Ben Eubank, a fight where there's no title on the line. How ironic that it's at the Hotspur Stadium, at the entertainment complex. How ironic that that's
I don't know whether to laugh or cry. He's
the football club, Kinski. When we've had all these injuries and when they all come back and break down, and Sim, you and Ben go on about when you bring out the injuries and you let people know this one's had a setback, that one's had a setback. Does Tottenham do anything about it? Do they bring in players to help Ange? To help any manager? To help anything? No, but let's not use that word context for that because you can't use it with him. People want to talk about protest. We must start the protest again. We've got to do it this time. I flew over from Canada. I walked up and down that high street with many others. I've stood outside a training ground, got laughed at, smeared at, racially abused, you name it. Smeared all over the place. Pathetic, negative. How's all this positivity doing, people? Don't worry, we'll get through this. We'll get through this. And when we get through this, when do we get through this, Sim? When do we get through this? When everyone thinks the players come back and they're all going to be bang, 100% fit, raring to go at top of their game, not break down and be indestructible. Doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. After Newcastle 6-1, I came on and went mad. After we lost to Bournemouth this season, I came on and said, I don't think I've ever felt so low since that Newcastle game. And where have we gone since then, from then to Bournemouth? I crave those Bournemouth days back. What has happened since Bournemouth? What has this football club done to support a manager who has got to go, by the way? Got to fucking get out of this club. Got to. But the amount of time I hear this word context used for Ange Postecoglou and nothing else at this football club. Did anyone use the word context for Antonio Conte when a friend of his died? 3 people died in his close friend network and he went into hospital. Yep. Was the word context used then? Was the word context used when Daniel Levy and everyone came for me and others when he gave the war chest of £150 million and we didn't even spend all that? We got to get top 4 to get the big players. Now we can't even get players. But let's all sit here, like I said at the beginning, and go, yep, we should beat Leicester. They're shit. They're crap. They've lost 7 games, but then as soon as we lose, oh yeah, but the players are injured and knackered. Injured and knackered. But it was fine to mock Leicester before. We're the joke, Simeon. We're the joke. The fucking owner is a... I'm going to choose my words carefully here. Is a wanker. Lange, what the hell do you do? And you don't help yourself. Recruitment teams go. And all these fans that want to go, I'm negative. And that I pray for us to lose. Do you think this comes from happiness? Do you think this comes because I'm deliriously happy that Levy is fucking over this football club? No, I'm not. I demand better. I demand this football club resemble what they're doing off the pitch. I demand that this football club use the money that they say this stadium will generate to bring in the better players. I demand that there is a football person on that board that can shut Cullen up and all the other board members. I demand that this football club is treated like a football club, not some toy and entertainment complex. Or we'll go, don't worry, we have to wait. When our players come back, we'll mystically be okay. Everything will be fine. But we'll just hurtle down. Managers have lost their job for less. And I just don't understand. Sorry, so I'm just saying one more. These people that direct message me, direct message other people, have called out people like myself, Stell, Graham, Ryan Isaacs, other people that have been there and done walk the walk, talk the talk. Simeon, you've been at the fucking protest. Ben organised one for the Super League. And now they go, yes, start it, we'll join. That's what was told last time. But I will say, for once, well done to every single home fan in that stadium that shouted that bloody man's name out loud, proud, and constantly, because this is now beyond a joke. Stop swallowing the bullshit he is feeding you. Stop paying for food in that ground. Stop paying for beer in that ground. Go and support local businesses. Stop spending money in that club shop. Stop the tills ringing. He listens.
Keep chanting his name, and he'll hear as well, Daigle. I heard the chants were very, very loud today.
They had a banner which they tried to take down.
The banner
today.
was there.
Yeah.
We need to apply full pressure on Levy and the board. What they've done to our club is unacceptable. Full stop.
Well, as I said, we can't defend, we can't attack. Levy says we got a Tottenham back. Everyone that fucking clapped him for doing that, shame on you. All those people that go to the AGM, the fans forum, yeah, we got a Tottenham back. Woohoo! Fuck off. I forgot how badly I lost Call it. me you have a chance to ask him questions. You do nothing. You do nothing. And you want to talk about Levy's thick skin, the thick skin that doesn't get to him. We'll turn the music up so no one can hear. We'll try and take the banners away. We'll stop the balloons. He thinks he's a dictator. You can't sing songs. You can't do this. We'll turn the music up. Oh, my wife will rub his thigh, but it doesn't get to him. Every single time that man's lips move, he is lying. I have said it for 17 years. 17 years I've been right. And it will continue. It will continue. And you know what? Ange needs to go. I have tried to defend him as much as I can. After Arsenal, you can't keep doing this shit. You want to talk about taking Richarlison off? A minute ago, you said we gave him 2 weeks of extra fitness to make sure he is absolutely fit because we didn't want to risk him. Then you take him off when we're losing. You have Will Lancashire on the bench. You don't put him on. Project Youth. You're a goal down. Let's bring on Regulon and fucking more. Let's heap it on a 17-year-old. Then you said to me, Sim, Saar played because he really wanted to help, but he wasn't quite right. If he's not 100% fit, don't play him. Don't play them.
But wait, you're criticising him for playing Saar 100% fit, but now you're criticising him for taking off Richarlison.
No, I'm saying he gave him 2 weeks. When you're 2-1 down, if you're going to sub him, bring on Will Lancashire, a goal scorer, a striker.
Okay.
When you're 2-1 down and you need a goal scorer, what do? You take your goal scorer off. You gave he comes at Ange Postecoglou has contradicted himself. This January alone, we need 3-4 players and we need to get them in quick. Then help for Solanke is coming in. It's coming. When asked, is that Richarlison and someone else? Both. Well, the both didn't happen. Then it was, I don't think anyone's coming in. Now it's if we don't on the 25th, if we don't get anyone, we're playing with fire. We're keeping Richarlison fit and he's been ready for 2 weeks, but we're making sure he's extra fit. Then you take him off and don't put a striker on, but you need a goal. Listen, he needs to go. And do you know what? I've always said, I want Thomas Frank to be my next manager.
Oh, why is that?
But you know what? I have, if I'm going to show my age now, if anyone has seen the movie Brewster's Millions,
I forgot about that one.
and there's a bit where he's trying to get rid of all of his money and he goes into politics and he says, vote for none of the above. I don't want another manager to walk into this football club. Let Mason do it. Let whoever comes, we screw over. In 18 months, we'll be right back here. Didn't get his players, his patience. Give it time. It's a project, yada, yada, yada. This is the last chance saloon. We'll fuck him over. We'll be right back here having the same discussion. I hope every single manager in the world, once we get rid of Ange, turns us down. I hope no manager says, you know what, I'm not coming to Tottenham.
Well, even if we get relegated.
Don't give a fuck.
So why not keep Ange? So why not just keep Ange then, if that's your opinion? Why not just keep Ange if that's your opinion?
Because look what he's doing. Mate, the worst thing is people keep talking about if we get relegated, Levy will sell. Are you mad? Half the value of the club gets wiped off. He's going nowhere. He won't sell for 4 billion. Why is he going to sell for 2? And make a loss? It doesn't matter who comes at this club. It is rancid. It is rotten. And no matter what happens, I'll give you another reference. The Lion King.
Oh, Jesus.
Do you remember at the end of The Lion King, the Disney movie, when Scar and Simba have to fight together, and the whole fucking jungle is dying? Mm-hmm. Well, that's Tottenham Hotspur right now. Until Simba beats fucking Scar and taps on the fucking Tottenham Hotspur, I'm the new owner, then the green grass will come. Then the shoots of hope will come. Then the optimism, the desire, the belief will come. There is no football club.
We're lifting up a cub.
I'll lift Levy off the fucking sky. It's got to the point where I don't even give a fuck what people think of what I'm saying here. This club is rancid. The club is rotten. Think I'm rancid? Think I'm rotten? Go think that yourself. Go think of that of me. I don't care. I'm fighting for wanting. Go talk to the people that have been around since the 60s and 70s and seen this club got relegated. Go ask Graham, who you both know, if this is the worst football they've ever seen in their life and the worst time ever of being a Spurs fan. And not just Ange, the owners. This football club doesn't resemble a football club. There used to be a connection. There used to be a connection with the fans. There used to be honour, prestige, tradition. There's no honour. The money that we generate from these fucking concerts and events don't go into the club to get better players. It goes in to get better talent and better celebrities and bigger fights and bigger artists.
And hotels. Don't forget the hotels, Daigle.
Oh, the wonderful hotel, mate. Because that's what it is, mate. We are a ever-growing property portfolio. That's all we are, mate. We are an entertainment complex. There is no football club here. There is no football club. And people have to, listen, I understand people paying their season tickets. Do not buy a fucking thing in there. Do not, after losing 2-1 to Leicester, go and drink some pints in there and start singing Spurs songs. But then you're inside the stadium screaming, "Leave you out." I've never seen such stupidity in my life. But like I said at the very beginning of this sim, everyone predicting Leicester will beat Leicester because they're crap. They're going down. Rude hasn't got a clue. They've had 7 defeats on the bounce. Spurs are going to win 3-1-2. Well, you got the general gist, didn't you? How sad is it that a lot of what I said still counts? How bad is it that a lot of what I said still rings true? There's things I've been saying. They do. I'll tell you honestly, Russell. I'll tell the funniest story behind that entire rant is, as people know, my relationship with Ben and Simeon is like family. I pretty much speak to Ben every single day, whether it be just a WhatsApp message, whether it be phone calls. Speak to Sim very, very regularly as well, but Ben pretty much every single fucking day. And I can't remember what rant it was that I went on. I can't remember. I have to say, I saw him in the chat before I did. Silly Singularity, welcome back, brother. I hope you're good and well. Haven't seen you for a very, very long time. I hope you're good and well and everything is good in Singapore. Getting back to that, there was, I think, maybe in the Newcastle 6-1 defeat or whatever game it was, I went on a massive tangent and was speaking with Ben and Sim. And Ben and Sim said, or I think it was Ben that told me. Was it Ben? Sure it was. Said, Brian, your rant that you went on was so epic. But I have to let you know, they didn't mean... so before I say what I'm about to say, don't think they would get worried about the money. They said, Brian, you swore so much in it that they've not demonetized it. When you're on YouTube and you're looking in your studio, like traffic lights, you get, when you start earning money off the stream or off the clip, whatever, it ranks it in green. You get a green $sign or YouTube $sign, an orange and a red. And when you get red, obviously you're not earning a single penny off it. When it's green, you're good to go and you earn everything on it. And then there's amber or orange, whatever you want to call it, which means they've halved the monetary value of what that video would have generated because of constant swearing or the use of the see you next Tuesday word or whatever. And I said, Brian, we're not saying to you about us not getting the full money for it. That's the least thing we care about. It was an epic rant, but we just wanted to show you. I don't know if you knew what you did. You just went mad, and because of constant, and I was so I was absolutely devastated, and I mean absolutely devastated. I was like, guys, I'm so sorry. I know it's your living. Obviously, you don't have that is your full-time job, and I've just halved. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't life-changing money or anything. I think what might have been 30, 40, 50 quid they missed out on, whatever. And I was treating it like I'd cost them like a month's wages or something. It was just for that video, for the clip. It may have been for the fan show as well as a whole. And I was so apologetic. They were in tears laughing, going, Brian, why are you so apologetic? We don't care. We just wanted to let you know that you went off so mad that it... And from then I said, right, that's it. I can't afford, or I'll never risk you guys being in jeopardy or losing out. I'm going to clean up. I'll get my points across in other ways. They're like, no problem. We don't care. Do what you got to do. I was like, no, I can't do it. Anyway, so this went on, and this was like, must have been a year later, but I was speaking to Ben the night before the Leicester game. And I said, Ben, I'm going to let you know now. If we lose to Leicester, I am going to go absolutely fucking apoplectic. And I cannot stress to you how nuts I'm going to go. And I apologize if you get the orange arrow, because I won't be able to control myself. And I said, you're going to get the return of Bonkers Daigle or Nuclear Daigle, whatever. And he goes, thank God, yes. Why is it every other channel has got Nuclear Daigle, but you haven't? We haven't. I was like, guys, because I'm so concerned. Obviously, my connection to their channel is tighter than any. The only other connection I have tight that I'd never do anything to jeopardise is any channel Stel is on, because people will know or not know. I've known Stel since I was 11 years old. We're both going to be 47 this year. He was at my bar mitzvah. I've known Stel, what is it now? 36 years coming up. 36 years. I've known Stel longer than Ben and Simeon have known each other because of their ages. So that, you just put it inside. I was like, I'm going to go fucking nuts. And he was like, literally, go nuts is what we want. I did it. And he was watching that video whilst I was going. The second I got off the phone or off the call, Ben called me and went, fuck me, Brian, you weren't joking, were you? You literally went nuclear. And he goes, I've been crying with laughter the whole way home. And then he mentioned The Lion King and Brewster's Millions. But, mate, big up, Russell. I'll see you later on. But, yeah, that's what's so funny about that video is I said, should we lose, not thinking we would, I'm going to go absolutely mental. And the whole time while I was going through that, I said to Ben, I'm going to go mental. That was an epic rant. And, Russell, you're the one that brought that up. But on that note, I am going to call it, big up to my brother, the press, by the way, who was at the first NFL protest. Mate, that's where I am now. Like I said, and I said at the beginning, Phil, I just don't, until there's drastic change, I just don't care. I don't watch Spurs content anymore, as in official Tottenham content. I just can't be arsed with it all. It's too much. But anyway, I'm going to say good night now, because I'm going to go try and get a good night's sleep before my wisdom tooth extraction at 1 p.m. Toronto time. There might be a late night Lilywhite on Saturday evening, depending how I'm feeling. Gary, what I will say, mate, are we following each other on social media? In fact, Gary, what I will do, I'm going to put like I always do, I'm going to put my email in right now, my personal email. Please send me an email, or if you follow me on social media, send me a DM. Anyone who wants to follow me on social media, you'll pretty much find me under Brydaigle79 or just Brydaigle on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me, send me a message. So yeah, James, Gary, make sure you send me an email or message. I wish you a safe flight home. I hope to see you at the Scotland Yard very, very soon. If you're changing your flight, we're probably looking at the Filth game. It'll be good to see you. There may be a late night Lilywhite. Mate, that would be epic. If I could bring some of it home, mate, do you know what? I'd be scared of what I could possibly do. I really would be scared of what I could possibly do. But yeah, everyone, have a great evening. Have a great Friday. Let's hope Saturday goes well. If not, there could be chaos. Thank you very much, my brother. And thank you for waking up and watching it when you did. And I will say on that note, like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, Edic out.